The Breeze Knows, a local public affairs presentation of the Breeze News Department, made possible by the Asbury Park Press. Get breaking news now at app.com. And now your host, Anita Villardo.
Thanks, Dan, and welcome to another Breeze Knows program. Many of us have made the New Year's resolution to lose weight, maybe hoping to look good in a bathing suit this summer. But even more important than looking good is feeling good and getting healthy. That's what my guest this morning is all about. Dr. Scott Eisenberg is Director of Wellness and Prevention at Meridian Health System's CardioVascular Network. Dr. Eisenberg, welcome to the program this morning.
Welcome, Anita, and thank you so much for having me on, and Happy New Year to you and all your listeners.
Are you seeing a lot of people making that resolution, I want to get healthier this year?
I think more than ever we're seeing that resolution. They're coming in. I mean, every year, everyone at this time of year says, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to start exercising. But I think now more than ever, the thrust is that we really, really want everyone to get out there and prevent any type of illness, prevent disease, and just really be able to assess their risk as thoroughly as possible.
Now, Meridian has quite the cardiovascular network. It seems to be an expertise.
Yes, it does. The Meridian Cardiovascular Network, the design is to be the most complete and coordinated program in the New Jersey region, and really dedicated to a personalized heart and vascular care, being able to offer options basically that others simply can't in the region.
Does that encompass all of the hospitals in the network?
It encompasses all of the hospitals. We've developed a program where the leading cardiovascular specialists form a network of all of the hospitals from Bayshore all the way to Southern Ocean Hospital, so that we're encompassing nearly 2 million people that can be offered simply the best program around.
Is this a recent thing, or has been an ongoing effort of Meridian?
Meridian has always been focused on the patient. It's always been focused on prevention and wellness, but this is now their gold standard. So basically, they got together all the professionals. We meet regularly. We plan regularly. The programs we offer now are the elite, and they formed, if you will, the MeridianHealth.com is now, as of 2010, the Fortune 100 best company to work for. And because of that, because of all of the employees, because of all of the members of the area, they really wanted to form a program that people could just come to on a regular basis, turn to on a regular basis, and feel that they're getting the best care. Okay,
and we know that so much of it does begin with taking care of our heart, because so many other things stem from heart disease, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. You know, if you look at it, the heart, it pumps blood to every single organ, and without it, and when it's weak, and when it's tired, and when it's not working, we just can't thrive. We need our heart for existence. We need our heart to allow us to be able to function every single day. And it's amazing because we walk around and we just don't know our risks. So the Meridian Cardiovascular Network's focus is several. Number one, they have a program. Their program is 365 Days of the Heart, and appropriately named and appropriately at 365daysofheart.com. And basically, patients and members of the area can go to this website and learn about heart living all year long. There's special events and healthy tips and educational programs to the community for prevention and wellness and risk assessment. And I think, that's one of the core measures that the Cardiovascular Network is really set out to do.
What are the risk factors? How do we know when we are someone that should be concerned?
Well, I think the most important thing is to look at your family. You want to make sure that you've been able to thoroughly ask your family members if anyone had an illness of the heart. Did anybody have a heart attack or a stroke or heart failure or a valve problem? It's not enough just to ask if anyone has had a heart attack. Has anyone had a heart problem? And a lot of those times, at least 70%, if we get an answer, yes, this member of my family had it, this member did, we have to now visit to the doctor, and we need to get our own risk assessed. And that's the most important thing. The obvious things like high blood pressure and cholesterol and diabetes and being overweight, we look at those. We know those. We know that we should be eating right and exercising and getting our cholesterol down and our blood sugar down. But often at times, it's not enough just to know those things. We also need to know what we're carrying as far as our family genetics. And that's so important.
Why do we put it off? You know, I think even if you know that you've got it in your family, you always say, oh, I'll take care of it tomorrow. I think especially women, we're so busy taking care of the family and everything else that it's very easy for us to put off these kinds of things.
Well, you know, I often say women have 3 jobs. They're mothers, they're professionals, they're workers, they're students. They often have more than 1 or 2 jobs as opposed to men. And they do tend to neglect that because they have so many things, so many people dependent upon them. And actually, if I may, the Meridian Cardiovascular Network actually developed the Meridian Women's Heart Connection. And this was the sole purpose to empower women with a comprehensive and interactive program. This provides resources and support that they need to prevent heart disease. But even more important, it's to empower women to be proactive and united and stay connected within themselves, because that's the best way. The more we communicate effectively to women about how important it is that heart disease is still the number 1 killer by the age of 60, more than breast cancer. We say it, and we say it, and we say it, but we just don't really get that message through. So the Meridian Women's Heart Connection was developed to really make that message. And there's videos, and there's lectures, and there's events that are I actually attended one at the Ocean Medical Center, which is completely 100% devoted to women through this Women's Heart Connection, and it was a wonderful event.
So there's information out there. All we have to do is look for it.
Absolutely. If you go to meridianhealth.com, you can find the Meridian Cardiovascular Network. You can find the Women's Heart Connection. You can find 365 Days of Heart. You can even come to a free screening. There's a health, wellness, and expo and screening February 21st at 9:30 a.m. at the Jersey Shore University Medical Center Lance Auditorium, where hundreds of people will come to be able to get free health screenings to monitor blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, and body mass index, or the weight.
Well, February is Heart Month, I guess, corresponding with Valentine's Day, and really the best thing you can do for your loved one as you look towards Valentine's Day. We see all the candy out already in the stores, but it's so much more important to take care of your heart, right?
It so much is. It's okay to have a little chocolate every now and then, especially dark chocolate.
Oh, and, bless you.
Absolutely. It's okay to have a square every day of 70% dark chocolate. Meridian comes out with health views every quarter, and I actually even did a column on dark chocolate, and we advocate that in our practice. I am honored and privileged to be able to be the chair of wellness and prevention for all of the Meridian Cardiovascular Network, and it's a tough job because what I often say is the famous last word that we have is pointing to my chest now is, this will go away. That's not true. The famous last words are, hey, I feel fine. And that's just why Meridian Cardiovascular Network is devoted to I feel fine patients, because that's where we want to get to. Preventative, supportive, and permanent lifestyle changes for everybody that's affiliated.
It all comes down to wellness and prevention, doesn't it?
It sure does. It really does. And as I said, it's the hardest thing to get across. We wait till we're sick. And it's different in various countries. But we in the United States work so hard. And we work and we work and we take care of our families. And the bottom line is we neglect our health. And now more than ever, this Meridian Cardiovascular Network is designed and developed for the community so that they can get a bird's eye view. It's a privilege to be able to support this because it's time. It's time to go out into the community and try to get everyone to not wait for something to happen.
Okay, again, you mentioned the Heart Wellness Expo and screening. That's coming up February 21st, and also the Red Dress event coming up February 24th, part of that 365 days of heart health.
Yes.